What's going on, YouTube? So, doing a long awaited pack out tour. I did one a few years ago. You know, quite a few things have changed for sure. But yeah, here's my little pack out bag on top that I have all my common stuff in that I use pretty much every single day. Snap-on adjustables. I think it's a 4 and a 6. Snap-on ratcheting screwdriver. A vice grip, mini Milwaukee pry bar, Nip-X plier wrenches, wrench pliers, whatever you want to call them. These are the angled ones so I don't hit my knuckles on, fiberglass when I'm tightening fittings. A mini ratcheting screwdriver, snap-on as well. Just a regular Milwaukee drill bits, a LED light, tape measure, some of the best crimpers made right here. These are the snap-on crimpers. I absolutely love these things. But the one thing I do not like about these is the insulated side, crimping insulated wires. It doesn't crimp very well because there's a decent gap in there. And I find that you can pull the wires out pretty easily. It doesn't crimp enough. And I don't want to crimp too much to where it breaks the nylon. But these, for some reason, the way these are designed, they crimp a lot better, but these are also snap-on as well. I really enjoy these. I just don't like the way you have to crimp on this side versus having to crimp over here, just because it kind of gets awkward when you have wires that are close together. Just regular snap-on pliers, needle nose. These are the newer ones. I really like these. I use those a ton. Just some regular side cutters, flush cut pliers, and then some max strippers that I like to use for like 6-gauge trolling motor wire, and really small wires. You can go up to like 20 gauge with this since they're adjustable. And a mini set of these little wrench pliers from Nip-X. I absolutely love these things. I use them all the time. I just got some cheap Allen keys over here. I don't use them too often unless I'm doing sound systems. Snap-on stubby 3/8 ratchet flex head. This is a gear wrench. I'm waiting for my Koken set to come in to replace that one. 1/4-inch flex head snap-on. Then another 1/4-inch straight snap-on with a 9/16. So I use that for batteries. Since the handle isn't long and you can't ever arc it, it's impossible. This little 1/4-inch drive, I do that, a lot of interiors with this. Just a little, little light. And then let me get this off of here. All my connectors are in here, all heat shrink connectors. Pretty much everything I use on a daily basis in here. Heat shrink, fuse holders, for bigger gauge, 8, 6, 4, and 2. Spade connectors, ring terminals, and everything that I could possibly use. Zip tie holders. You can either use the double-sided tape or screw them in, which I use those a lot. Usually screw them in. A couple fuse kits. These are for trolling motor plugs. So there's that. This bottom one is kind of boring now because there's not that much hardware. I've used a lot of it, but just a lot of common hardware, so I don't have to leave the job I'm at to go get hardware. I can use most of this for what I commonly do. I'll probably have to pull this out a little bit. Hydraulic crimpers, a mallet, prop socket, and Craftsman breaker bar, snap-on hammer, square, couple drill bit sets, crimpers, specialty strippers for shielded wire, and network cables, Ethernet cables. And then this is the 3-drawer pack out. Got a bunch of fuses in here. Just got them all mixed in there. A little tap and die set that I use all the common sizes. Hole saw kit. All the stuff for my die grinder. A bunch of bits in here. An extra 1/2 inch. Stuff for my hole saws. A bunch of blades. I added a bunch of little blades in here. They're kind of like the same size as scroll saw blades that I use a lot to cut out you know, screens, electronics, stuff like that. A couple file sets, a air filter wrench, countersunk bit set, and scissors. Snap-on torch. Love this thing. I've had it for like 4 or 5 years. A Klein multimeter, some sealant, a couple of zip ties, specialty zip ties. This drawer, standard metric, you know, wrench set, flex head. They kind of suck. They the biggest problem I have with these is they slip off. I don't know if it'll focus, but it slips off the bolt heads a lot, and it marks up the wrench quite a bit. They're not the best wrench set. I wouldn't recommend them. I do love these SK ratcheting wrenches. They have the you know, technology for anti-slip built into them. All my common snap-on sockets, standard metric, my new Koken 1/4-inch drive set. I absolutely love these things. The only thing I don't like is it doesn't come with a 9/16. It's 1/2 inch. Is as high as this kit comes. A couple snap-on extensions like even here. My battery powered ratchet, and then, you know, standard metric SK wrenches. I love those a lot. They're a little thick though. Multi-tool, right angle die grinder, straight sawzall, and right angle snap-on drill. This bottom box is kind of boring. It's just extension cords, air hoses, stuff like that. And then over here, I have all my snap-on screwdrivers. These are all my Phillips head. And then I have a couple cabinet screwdrivers just for specialty things inside of boats. You know, I have a lot of, there's cabinets in some of these bigger boats. Metric impact socket set. All my missing ones are inside my packout set. I don't use shallows very often, so I keep those in my toolbox at the shop. Allen sockets. I don't really like these. They break a lot. They're always breaking. I don't know if you can focus, but if you really torque down on these, the round part of the hex breaks off. Not a big fan. 1/4-inch drive Mac sockets. Another Koken set that does go to 9/16, but they are 12-point. They call them their Aero sockets for planes, working on planes. Standard metric 1/4-inch drive Mac sockets. 1/2 inch Milwaukee deep impacts. Standard Allens. I don't know why they're coming out of focus. Standard 3/8 snap-on sockets. And then all my missing ones obviously in my packout, and then my standard impact 3/8 sockets. I'm missing the 3/4. I don't know what happened to it. I lost it. And then my flats over here. Ratcheting snap-on screwdriver. It's broken. I need to send it in to get fixed. Then just my remainder of my extensions. Couple ratchets that I don't really use very much. It's a really old 1/4-inch drive snap-on wrench. This is a specialty 3/8 drive on a 1/4-inch ratchet. Don't use that very often, but it's cool to have. Some Torx for working on my Jeep. This top drawer is just all my power tools. Use this a ton for hanging motors on boats. My old drill set, the chuck's broken on this one, don't use it anymore. This specialty Milwaukee drill, you can take the chucks out and put different angles on it. It's pretty cool. I used to use that a ton, but I don't use it very often anymore. Snap-on standard metric wrench set, long double box snap-on wrench set, and then just some cheapo Husky torque wrenches. This is for pulling motors, Yamahas, and some Mercuries. And this is the lifting eye that goes in there. Specialty wrench for putting transducers in. This is for a B60. This one's for a B175. It's for a really big transducer. This is for windlasses on, on boats. This is for disassembling power poles and reassembly. This is my hooks, snap-on, pry bars, and then gasket pullers. I use these a lot for hoses and stuff like that, and tough to reach places. More pick sets, a bunch more pick sets over here. The bigger ones, I use the bigger ones a lot more than I do the smaller ones. Sometimes I use these small ones for disconnecting Deutsch connectors and stuff like that. Another pick set, panel puller, use that for a truck. And then these scrapers, don't use those very often. This drawer is kind of empty because a lot of it's gone on my pack out, but just some vice grips and some C-clamps. This is my electrical drawer, and then my snap-on diagnostics set for connectors, every single connector you could ever imagine in cars and boats. And then miscellaneous breakers, RCA cables, battery charger, bunch of old switches, just miscellaneous stuff, plugs for trolling motors. And then this bottom one is a master Allen socket set. This is a compression tester kit. This is a gear puller set that I use quite a bit. That's a Mac Tools thread kit, which is like a generic set. This is a super handy extractor set. I absolutely love this. It saved my ass plenty of times. Missing one drill bit, it broke. Got to replace that. Lifetime warranty, which is great. The one below that's a stubby extractor set, and then this is a bit set, extra, super shallow bit set with the ratchet included. Then it has a 1/4-inch drive adapter to put sockets on there if you wanted to. And this is just a piece of C-deck that goes on the top of a console for your phone and stuff like that. This is just an extra throttle. Earmuffs to run the motor on a flush. Bearing packer, Blue Point. And some of the stuff, headlamp. And then another one that goes around your head. I kind of like this set better. A magnetic Mac light, air tool. Yeah, nothing too crazy. I don't have that many tools for working on boats. You don't need that much. Nice Milwaukee fan. I'm gonna keep all my batteries inside of this. But yeah, this is my setup. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you.